and our correspondent Reza Sayah. Reza, what more do we know about this ship and the reasons why it is being held?
Well, there's not a lot of information, but when you compare this development with the string of incidents that you mentioned earlier, it doesn't seem to be on the surface as controversial. But I stress on the surface, it doesn't seem to be as controversial. We'll see where this evolves to. This conflict between the West and Tehran has so many layers and complicated dimensions that it's hard to make sense of what's happening oftentimes, and this certainly adds another layer to this conflict. Let's tell you what we know and what we don't know. According to state media here in Iran, the Revolutionary Guard confirming that they have seized a foreign oil tanker, a small foreign oil tanker, along with its 12 foreign crew members. They confirmed that this happened on Sunday. According to the Revolutionary Guard, this was an oil tanker that turned off its transmitter as it was traveling through the Strait of Hormuz. The Revolutionary Guard saying it was carrying about 1 million liters of smuggled oil that it had received from smaller Iranian vessels, and it was transporting to an unidentified foreign customer. Beyond that, Revolutionary Guard not saying where this ship is coming from, where it was based out of. However, there are reports that another ship that matches the ship that Iranians are describing on Sunday passed through the Strait of Hormuz, turning off its transmitter, suggesting that it was smuggling oil. This ship, according to reports, was based out of the United Arab Emirates, also carrying 1 million liters of oil. So it seems to suggest that this ship was based in the United Arab Emirates, but no confirmation as of yet. This incident happening against the backdrop of a number of incidents, number of tankers attacked over the past several weeks in the Persian Gulf. Washington accusing Iran. You had an Iranian tanker seized by the British Navy off the coast of Gibraltar. However, this incident seems to be an incident where a ship was smuggling oil and the Iranian authorities seized it. So again, it doesn't seem to be as controversial as the other tanker incidents, but with this conflict, you never know. We're going to wait to see what other information we can gather. We'll pass it along to you when we get it.
Okay, and on the diplomatic front, Reza, European leaders are struggling to find a way around those US sanctions, which threaten to collapse the international nuclear agreement, the JCPOA, altogether. What is the latest on that and on those efforts?
The latest says the efforts are ongoing. Mohammad Javad Zarif, Iran's foreign minister, in New York in a visit to the UN, campaigning for diplomacy, still seemingly leaving the door open to negotiations, even with Washington. But Mohammad Zarif continuing to stress that there will be no negotiations until and unless the U.S. withdraws all those sanctions, or if the European signatories deliver on the promised benefits of the nuclear deal. Neither of those requests have happened. So at this point, even though the European signatories and Iranian authorities say that they're working on efforts to salvage what's left of the nuclear deal, nothing has been accomplished. We'll see what happens in the coming days and weeks.
Reza Sayah, thank you very much indeed. Reza Sayah there reporting from Tehran.